Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be talking with my friend Ken Duley in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about what open enrollment is and what that looks like today. And if you need health insurance, if you need it, he can kind of help you navigate all that. And whether it's Medicare or anything like that, we're going to check in with him real quick. We're going to talk to a young man named Stacy with an incredible book that will inspire you. And my friend Lee Newton, who just came home with a boatload. She needed a wheelbarrow to take home Josie Awards this past weekend. Okay, we're going to check in with Mr. Ken Duley, and we're going to see. We had a little techno issue, and I bet it's going to work just fine. Oh, no, I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. The microphone is not working, Ken. Hey, I'm going to put you on hold, but I'm going to go ahead and play our opening song because I've been promising this because the Oak Ridge Boys have been a sound that we have grown up with and we have loved. But one of the stalwart members of that group is William Lee Golden. And he has enlisted the talented family that he's got. His sons, Chris and Rusty, and of course, Craig, and grandson, Elijah, and granddaughters, Elizabeth and Rebecca. And then Aaron McCune, who is singing the bass. It is incredible. Brand new single. I told you it was coming out today. It's called Come and Dine. And I just got to play it for you right now because I asked the permission and they said, come on, play it. And you can get it today. It was on pre-save. Let's make this the number one song in iTunes today. How about it? Come and Dine. Here's William Lee Golden and the Goldens.
Jesus has a table spread where the saints of God are fed. He invites his chosen people to come and dine. With his manna he doth feed and supplies our every need. Oh, it's sweet to sup with Jesus all the time. Come and dine, the Master's calling, come and dine. You may feast at Jesus' table all the time. He who fed the multitude, turn the water into wine. To the hungry calling now, come and dine. Soon the Lamb will take his bride to the ever at his side. All the hosts of heaven will assemble be. Oh, 'twill be a glorious sight, all the saints in spotless white, and with Jesus they will feast eternally. Come and dine, the Master's calling, come and dine. You may feast at Jesus' table all the time. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. To the hungry calling now, come and dine. Come and dine, the Master's calling, come and dine. Come and dine. You may feast at Jesus' table all the time. All the time. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. To the hungry calling now, come and dine. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. To the hungry calling now, come and dine.
That is available today. Come and Dine, part of a 3 CD collection by William Lee Golden and the Goldens. And I know it's my new favorites. It's just going to be my new favorite. Going to do a shout out to Steve Burney, who is with us today. Thank you, Steve. It is a beautiful Friday. Rain. We're going to be away from rain probably for the whole next week. The sun, that's what that is in the sky. And Dale Houston is with us, listening from the Super Chief, rolling across Alabama. I love you so much, Dale Houston. I know why you're listening too. And thank you guys for being here. We're going to take a check-in right now and see if my friend Ken Duley, the expert of all the experts. Okay, I'm going to see if it works. We're going to try it again. Okay, give me a test. No, it is no, the microphone is not working. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. Don't go away. Don't go away. I can hear me, but I can't hear you. You know, we had Taste of Hendersonville last night, and it was fantastic. Everybody's talking about it. But coming up, we've got something important taking place downtown Nashville. Happy birthday to Tootsie.
Broadway's biggest street party is back. Tootsie's 60th anniversary birthday bash. Tuesday, October the 5th. Come celebrate the anniversary of the honky tonk that started it all. Band start at noon. Admission is free.
Well, we're going to take a look right now. We're going to, okay, I'm going to try this again. And we're just going to keep going to Ken until we can figure out if we can make that microphone work. Sometimes technical stuff happens. All right. Doesn't matter. You got your headphones on now. Let's see if the microphone works. Does it work? All right. Give her a try, Ken. Okay, we're going to come back to Ken because that's the kind of razor blades we are. This weekend, we're going to head to Clarksville. Main Street, Clarksville is our paper there. Pubtoberfest is taking place. And if you are in Clarksville and you have a business and you want to let us know about it, the easiest way is to reach out to Matthew Thompson. He is our marketing representative in Clarksville. And I didn't get all of his wedding pictures, but a big congratulations to him because the 21st, he and his lovely got married. And there were some beautiful pictures, but I'll show you those on Monday because Matthew is a dear to all of us here. Congratulations. We need to celebrate the good stuff. Well, we're going to take a look now at the homestand. What is a homestand? It's when our Nashville Sounds come back home to play. The final one is taking place this weekend. We are in it right now. And if you want to find out what a homestand looks like, we could not ask for better weather to go and enjoy a baseball game. I mean, it is perfect. Just get a load of what it will look like. If you want to go to see the Sounds, it's a perfect family opportunity. There's some great discounts. You can go to NashvilleSounds.com and you don't even have, you can sit in the cheap seats. You can sit in the stands, or you can do some really cool things like they have boxes. They have cool restaurant bar sections where you can sit and have people wait on you and bring you delicious food. I suggest the pork chop sandwich and the Parmesan fries, but that's just me. You can go to NashvilleSounds.com. Well, we've also got an important event taking place at the Bicentennial Mall area, and that is the Tennessee Honey Fest. I'm going to be there as a judge, and I cannot wait. I've done it before. Okay, but before we go that, we're going to try Ken Duley one more time because we, for some reason, are having some technical difficulties this morning. I'm going to cross my fingers. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. It is not working. Well, we're going to try. It says it is muted, Ken. If that helps anything, it shows that it is muted. So I still can't hear you. We're going to make this happen. We are going to make this happen. Before this show is over, we're going to talk to Ken Duley. But first, we're going to check on the details for the Tennessee Honey Festival.
What's all the buzz in Nashville right now? The 2021 Tennessee Honey Festival, Sunday, October 3rd at Bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park in downtown Nashville. Visit TennesseeHoneyFestival.com today to reserve your tickets.
The Tennessee Honey Festival, the Bicentennial Mall, Mo Pitney will be there, the Dries, and a whole host of fabulous folks. It is a big old festival. And if you go online, TennesseeHoneyFestival.com, you can get your tickets at a discount. And we all love a bargain. Speaking of bargains, did you know that Miss Cheap is with us here at Main Street Media? She finds out free to low-cost things that families can do and have a wonderful time. Standing by in our waiting room, we've got Elijah Stacy with an incredible book that he's going to tell us about. But first, we're going to try again. Ken Duley, I'm not going to give up till I hear you. There you are. I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Touchdown. Yes. Can I hear you now? I can.
Good. We changed computers. I don't know. The other mic wasn't working on the other one for some reason. So
no worries. But let's quickly, because we got a lot of people standing by, but I want to talk to you quickly about what's happening. Open enrollment. Can people still get insurance through health insurance through the healthcare marketplace?
Yes, you definitely can get insurance through the marketplace now if you have a special enrollment. It's not closed or anything like that.
What is a special enrollment?
Well, the special enrollment is like if you're losing other insurance, you've been declined on TennCare in Tennessee, and or a Medicaid program in another state. On the under 65 health insurance marketplace, and that's you've always got things that you can get 12 months out of the year if you have a special enrollment. But then the open enrollment for health insurance this year, I just got a notice last Friday on the 17th from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services that the open enrollment for health insurance is actually going to be extended. Normally it goes from November the 1st through December the 15th. But it's going to be extended to January the 15th of 2022 into that month. And part of it is, I guess they really had a tremendous amount of success with the American Rescue Plan.
Right.
Between April 1 and August the 15th, they literally signed up more than 2.8 million people in addition to what was already on the marketplace.
Well, I will tell you that if you don't know what you're doing and it sounds like jargon to you, you can call Ken Duley, or you can go see him in White House, Tennessee, Health Markets Insurance Agency, and Ken Duley can work you through it. It is not government insurance. It is not, is it, Ken?
No, it's not government insurance. The only thing that comes from the government is the subsidy to help pay for the premium, and the website that I go through to merge with to sign you up with. But these are private, individual, and family health insurance plans. This is not government insurance. Mm-hmm. And that's people want pre-existing conditions covered and this kind of stuff. And this is a really good way to do it. If people are getting off of group insurance, or they have some sort of other special enrollment period.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to point everybody to you, because I know that you can sit there with your computer and you can do it virtually or you can do it in person. You can go to White House or you can just call Ken Duley. The number is 615-944-7868. Let him make some sense out of this crazy health insurance thing, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes, definitely. And can I take 1 second here? I want to introduce my assistant to you, Mary Ann, because she's the one that will answer the phone typically. And this is her.
There you are. Hi, Mary Ann.
It's better on this side.
You better on that side. There you go. Well, Ken and Mary Ann, thank you so much for your time today. We got a lot of people on the show today, but I'm going to say, give Ken Duley a call. And again, that number 944-7868 in White House, Tennessee. You have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the beautiful time. Okay. Take care.
You. Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Bye-bye.
All right, moving on to Elijah Stacy. I'm just going to play a little quick trailer for his book because it is fantastic. Right ahead of Lee Newton, this angel that I got to meet most recently. The book is called A Small If. Take a look.
It's so much to the point that my doctor started to advocate that I would need a metal rod inserted into my back. And so I'd argue back and forth with my doctor, and he said that he didn't want to give me any false hope. But eventually he would end up giving me a small if, that if I was able to reverse the state of my spine, wouldn't need to have a metal rod inserted into my back. So there was a sliver of hope that I would not have to have this surgery. How hard would you fight if you only had a sliver of hope? I lost my ability to walk at age 11. Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a muscle wasting disease that eats away a person's muscle as time goes on, and also will attack the heart and diaphragm muscles. I have to bury my brother Max because he suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I'm learning that his other brother has the same disease. A Small If, the inspiring story of a 17-year-old with a fatal disease and a mission to cure it. What inspired me to write this book is I want to use my suffering, use my story to inspire others and to bring awareness to my disease, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I have 13 life lessons that I learned through my life of all the suffering that I've been through, and I think that these will really help people. I really think that you'll like this book, and I really think it'll help you transform your life so that you can overcome the suffering that is inevitable to happen in every single person's life.
That is coming out September 28th, A Small If. Welcome, Elijah.
Hi, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
I cannot believe your age. You're just a kid, and you have this wisdom that comes from somewhere, from a divine place. I'm just going to tell you. You have inspired people. I follow you on YouTube now, and you do these motivational messages that make me get off my pity pot. I'm going to tell you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And definitely, that's what I want to do is I want to motivate people to persevere and overcome the suffering that they may be going through in their life.
When you were diagnosed with this very rare form of muscular dystrophy, it's not a typical thing. And then to also have a brother with the same issue and you lose your brother, how hard does that make you fight?
Well, I think when it comes to that, it puts me in a unique perspective, right? I have the disease. I watched my brother pass away from the disease. And then I have a little brother as well who also has the disease currently. And so watching my parents lose their son and just recognizing how much pain it causes parents to lose their child, and then seeing how much adversity I have to go through, and then helping my little brother Kai, who's 14, go through it as well, it gives me great motivation and energy to work towards completing the cure for this disease.
I think, were you 14 when a doctor approached you with, we're going to have to put a steel rod in your back?
Yeah.
14 years old, 14. And then that's when kids are still, they want to play soccer, basketball. You're wanting to be involved in school events. and the doctor gives you that treatment.
Yeah, exactly. So the last few X-rays during this doctor's appointment, they didn't go too well. My spine started to curve and more. But this appointment, the doctor finally pulled it out and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to advocate for you to have the surgery. My parents are crying, and it's just a really bad day." And I'm just fighting back and forth with my doctor because I'm not accepting this news. I don't want to have a metal rod in my back, but I know my doctor was serious. He was naming the team of doctors, the time that we would do it to avoid the flu season, all these things. So I know he was serious because he was getting really specific with the details. Anyways, I asked him, let's just say I was able to reverse my spine. Let's say I was able to reverse the state of my spine. Could I avoid having to get the surgery? And he said, "Hey, I don't want to give you any false hope. I've never seen it done before. It's basically medically impossible. But because I know you, I will give you a small if." And that's all I needed to hear. And so he gave me a small if. And from that day forward, I swore off sweets. I ate healthier, taught myself how to cook. So, I'd have a pan in one hand, driving my wheelchair in the other hand. I would be going to physical therapy, doing intense physical therapy. It sometimes would hurt so much I'd bite down on my shirt, but I wanted this badly, right? Because one, I didn't want the surgery. Two, if someone says I can't do something, I want to go and do it. I want to prove that I can do it. And so I did this for 3 months. I went back to the doctors, and what happened is my spine was straighter. We did it, right? All I needed was a small lift. I just needed that small chance. I just need to hear there is a possibility. If there's a possibility, you're going to make it happen. And that's the mindset that I was in. So that's the story of a small lift. And really, that's the story of my life, because there's so many times in my life where I'm only given a small lift opportunity, but I go and make it happen. People tell me all the time, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're in a wheelchair, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna make it happen.
How old are you, Elijah?
I just turned 20 in August.
I swear to you, and I'm going to quote a friend of mine, Jerry House, to say, I was playing in mud when I was your age. I swear to you, I cannot believe the wisdom that has come. The book is called A Small If, and it comes out on the 28th. Go to Amazon. You can pre-order it. You can get it, and it comes right to you, or wherever you get books. And it's available. Elijah, I'm going to check back in with you because I want you to tell people where they can watch your YouTube inspirations.
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Because he gives these messages that are just, they come from somewhere else. I'm going to tell you, they were sent like lightning bolts right from the Creator, because you have a special message and you're anointed, my friend. And I am so grateful to have heard your story. And I want you to come back and visit with us again. Will you?
I would absolutely love to do that. Thank you so much for having me today. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah. The book is called A Small If. And whether you're struggling with a physical ailment, or whether you just have a something that is hard that you're dealing with, A Small If is that kind of book that you're going to want in your collection. I cannot wait to read the rest of the book. I've just heard part of the story, and it's just whetted my appetite. I tell you somebody else who dealt with a small if, and she's in our waiting room with us, and that is Lee Newton. Hi, gorgeous.
Hey, Devin. How are you?
Y'all, we got to sing together at the Wilson County Fair. How are you, Lee?
Doing wonderful, Devin. I am so thrilled to be on the show today with you.
I'm thrilled. You look fantastic, and you are still riding high because, let's just talk about it. Guess what? You were at the Josie Awards. A shout out to our Josie and our Tina, who we love.
Yes.
And tell us what you won.
I was nominated for 8 awards. And this year I won the EP Album of the Year, which to me just gave me the biggest pat on the back and like just a big validation for the songs that I wrote. And Corey Lee Barker had co-wrote on I Want It All.
By the way, who just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Corey.
Yeah, I love Corey. He is amazing.
I say happy birthday and Merry Christmas. And everybody who knows Corey knows that that's the joke. Okay.
That's exactly right. But yeah, so just winning that award just meant so much to me after just the year that I have had. So
let's talk about this year. Now, for every woman who is listening and every child who has ever had a mom who said, I'm getting you out of this. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, this past year, it's been a year this month, that, and I've not really publicly spoke a lot in detail about the circumstances, and it's like I talk to a lot of women and even men that are in situations like that I was in. We get into those situations not thinking that anything could ever happen to you. It's everything kind of starts slowly and gradually, and it gets up to a certain point to where you finally have enough and you have to leave a situation.
Yeah, when situations are toxic, and we know that, or when they're dangerous, or when they just sap your life, we all know what those are like. And making that decision to leave is never convenient,
No,
never easy.
and it is nothing that's, a lot of times it's spur of the moment, like mine was. With having a child that you want to make sure you're doing everything possible and right for them in that moment. And at the time, there's no cash. And he was 4. And when I left, I literally left with not even shoes on. I didn't even get a chance to get shoes. I had no shoes on. He had no shoes on. And I know that a lot of women and men in these situations, there's different circumstances that get them up to the point of getting to that point of leaving, but we all leave for the same reason, to be free and to live life. And
Wow.
with me, when I made that decision to leave, like I said, I had no shoes, nothing except for the clothes on my back, and not even a cell phone. That day forward, which was this month, that day I asked God, I'm like, God, give me the strength.
Wow.
Give me direction. Give me, I know this, this is what you're wanting, and I let him guide me. And I'm telling you, Devin, from that moment, Cash and I have not needed for anything. We've not wanted for anything. God has made a way. And that's, during this time, I know I posted it yesterday. It was the first time I've kind of really publicly put it out there. But I had, so many angels and friends that just came out of nowhere. And this one lady took me and Cash in for a few weeks until I could get a place and start all over. And she was like, you come on in here. She said, you make yourself at home, your family. And I mean, they are my family. Right now, they are still my family. We celebrated Christmas. They're great people, and there are good people out there, but this is why I'm so wanting to help these shelters that are around, because there are women and men that do get out of situations, that find themselves in a place where they don't have those friends and they don't have people behind them. And so, I'm doing a 5K benefit next month. Strength of a Woman is the first annual Strength of a Woman 5K. But it's to give back to these shelters that go out of their way to help these people that feel like they have no way to go, nowhere to go. And a lot of them sometimes end up going back into situations that they shouldn't have to go back into. So most definitely.
Brilliant. And the response to this has been incredible. Tell me about the women who've sent their stories to you.
Well, like I said, when after I left, God not only blessed me in my personal life and just kind of laid everything out and let me just rebuild a whole new beautiful life with my little boy, but he also made my music career flourish. Every time I turned around, I felt like I was getting like blessings from God and my dad up in heaven and my mom, and just kind of like, here you go. But God gave me a song called Strength of a Woman, and I wrote it literally driving down the road. I've got the recordings of Cash like literally talking to me in between me singing it into the recorder. And as I'm singing this song, it's like God gave me every word. Like it was so easy. It was a gift from God. And he just allowed me to be the one to write it. And I know that this song has so much of a message that once I put it out to social media, it helped me heal during my time. But this song is not just for one particular situation. This song speaks so deeply to every kind of situation. It gives hope to people who are going through any kind of hardship in their life, any kind of like where they're down. And I've had women send me messages where they have literally been cutting their hair and shaving it off and it's in the sink because they're going through cancer. I've had women send me pictures of them looking at a gravesite of their child and their reflection in that gravesite and telling them that this song helped them get through, you know, those hard times. And I've had women that send me pictures of where they've had stitches all over their face where they have been abused. And they said that this song has helped them and it still helps them every day. And I've had women that said they can't get out of the bed because they're depressed and this song gives them hope. So to me, I had never wrote before up until a year ago.
I cannot even believe this because you guys, we're going to play the song and I'm going to tell you, it hits me right in my heart. We've got a lot of people checking in. Of course, Dale Houston is watching from the Super Chief.
We've got a huge duet with coming up that has not been put out yet with Dale. It's got David Frizzell wrote a song and he's working with us. We're going to be putting it out. So
fantastic. Steve Burney referring back to Elijah, great story. And let's see, Mark is watching, and let's see, Deb is Miranda, and she's checking out A Small If That, and she's saying congratulations to you, and she cannot wait to hear the song. Miranda has had her own loss, and she lost her child, and the strength of a woman is unbelievable. And the thing that people have to go through, and we're going to play that, and then we're going to come back. Normally I end with the song, but this one we got to come back and talk afterward. I'm going to share this right now. This is Strength of a Woman, Lee Newton.
Getting through this crazy life. Might get knocked down, but I got God on my side. Don't stop believing, 'cause the sun will shine again. And on your darkest day, remember you got a friend. When you're feeling low, don't know which way to go. To be this hard, gonna get put down to forget who you are. After the rain, the sun will shine again. That's when your life will begin. You got the strength of a woman. And the wounds will go away. Say to forgive, but the scars still remain. When you're at the crossroads and you got a choice to make, choose the high road, you're better off that way. They'll push you till you fall. You just dust yourself off. Life ain't always supposed to be this hard. Gonna get put down to forget who you are. And after the rain, the sun will shine again. That's when your life will begin. You got the strength of a woman.
I mean, I'm just having like me being a little old squall right here in the studio. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so powerful.
Try
And to
singing
think,
that song after trying to explain to people why you write it, and then you go to sing it, and it's just like all these emotions that come out. So it's a powerful song. It was a gift song for sure.
think about it, a year ago, running barefoot with a barefoot youngin across a field,
Yeah,
escaping a bad situation.
yeah.
And a year later, this is the song for other women and other men who have had to
Yes.
escape too. I mean, I bet you've heard from guys too, because guys are really in a terrible
I have
situation when they're in toxicity.
I have had even men reach out to me, and not just one or two, several men that have reached out to me, and they're like, I changed the words. I changed it from the, strength of a woman to strength of a man. I think men go through stuff too. It's not just us women.
Right.
With the child. There are situations where it's the man too. So it makes this song. Like I had this one lady tell me, she's like, this song just goes for every situation that you could possibly go through, and it's not a song about, oh, this is bad, this is bad. It's all about hope, and it's about
Right.
that having that gleam of hope. And I knew that once I wrote that song, and I had those ladies from that shelter help me. I never had to go there and stay, but they really guided me, and they had me on speed dial. They were texting me and just being so amazing. And so I knew that I wanted to give back to them. I wanted to use what God has gave me and give him all the glory and let him just guide me and help. So that's why next month, a whole full day. I've had, Phil Dangle and his wife Becky from the Forest City Owls McNair Stadium going to donate their whole stadium, the town of Forest City. We're going to have a whole full day with a 5K run. It's called Lee Newton Strength of a Woman 5K run. People are sponsoring it. It's just been amazing. We're going to have bands all through the day. Just a glorious day to be able to raise money to give back to the shelter that is going to help so many other women. And
bless you.
so,
Lee Newton, and this EP is fantastic. You've got some really cool things coming down the pike, but Strength of a Woman is on an EP called Undamaged. You can download it, you can buy it, you can go to LeeNewtonMusic.com. Is that correct?
yes, LeeNewtonMusic.com, and that's on all social media too. You can find me there.
Follow this girl on TikTok. I'm just saying, follow her on TikTok. She is a TikTok girl. And we want to say hello to our buddy, Steve Rame, who is with us today. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
And I will say that Steve does some amazing work. If you're dealing with grief and post-traumatic issues, he is amazing. He is a hypnotherapist in Nashville.
Yes, I know Steve. I have met Steve. He is so awesome.
He is. And Miranda, love you're doing the 5K run, want to participate in some way. It's in North Carolina.
Yes.
It's in Forest City.
And the link, you can find it under Lee Newton 5K Strength of a Woman on Facebook, and the whole page is there and the link for anything.
It's fabulous. Getting people. Yes, Steve is amazing. Yes. Yeah, I know. Every time I call him Hypno Hottie, but he's pretty to look at. But I'm telling you, what he does is incredible. What he does for you is incredible. Miranda Sullivan, we're going to have that be our last comment. I was in an abusive relationship about 10 years before Ryan left, and that relationship helped me start praying, start asking for help. That's key. Asking for help.
Yeah.
I gave my life over to God right before Ryan left. So thanks so much for allowing this song to come through you. Woo!
Thank you so very much. And I get women, my situation, I won't go into detail, but there's a lot of, abuse. It's a physical, emotional, mental, just situations that are not healthy for you. You do have options. Don't ever feel like you're alone. I'm just, there's always somebody out there. If you just reach out, there are people that are wanting to help with open arms. So
I just, this vision of you and that beautiful, I'm going to show this before we leave, because this beautiful picture of you and this kiddo right there,
he's my
barefooted and running away. And here you are. and what a wonderful young man he is.
And he is. And God just keeps blessing. That's all. I give him the glory, and I always will.
Trust me, today's show, you want to get the book A Small Lift, and you're going to want to get the EP Undamaged, and you're going to want to check in with my friend Ken Duley about your health insurance. It's been a big day. Y'all have a great weekend, and most of all, be safe, be kind, and remember, you are loved. And that's an important message. I don't say it lightly. Remember, you are loved. And we are, aren't we, Lee?
Yes, we sure are.
God bless you. Have a great weekend.
Bless you. Bye.